everyone, welcome back to another episode of PoldarkDish. I'm Marlise.
And I'm Elyse.
And today we're going to be dishing about Poldark Season 3,
Episode 7.
But first, a little recap. It's bonfire night in Cornwall.
They're celebrating the first harvest of the land gifted to them by Captain Ross.
We love Ross, give him a hand. He's so great, he gave us land.
Woo! Folly, the mumbling pirate, introduces his daughter, Emma T.
My daughter is under her.
Sam, the preacher man, tells her it's sinful to be dancing.
Or to be undressing her with his eyes like that.
Ooh, Sammy likes dirty girl. Wormleggin has risen to the title of Burgess.
But that ain't good enough.
Sir Pierce croaked, so now there's an MP seat open.
Ooh, Wormy's got a lot more ass kissing to do. Morwena's on her knees praying.
Praying she doesn't have to get into bed with that toe-sucking perv.
But too late, poor girl is pregnant.
And he's going in for more. Yeah! Meanwhile, across town in a happier bed,
Ross asks Demelza if she's found contentment.
she's in bed.
With you!
Naked.
What do you think? Naked? Ah. And Aggie's being fitted for her party frock.
And going over her guest list for her 100th birthday bash.
Randall Pentyre. He was always such a hottie.
I'm sorry, he's dead.
Isaac Newton, champion at bobbing for apples.
Dead.
The Marquis de Sade, he was fun at the party games.
He's in jail.
Winston Churchill.
Not born yet.
Damien Timmer.
Oh, he might be available.
Aidan Turner, I want him jumping out of the cake.
Who doesn't?
Beatty Edney. She could actually deliver the invitations.
Looking like a GQ model.
A shirtless Drake Cakes is pining away by the ocean.
While all the Cornwall cuties look on, derooling.
When you can't get her off your mind, Moldrake. Smell good whilst you're pining.
Yeah, Drake Cakes has it bad, but Ross has a solution.
He gives Drake Cakes new digs and some land.
He's better than Oprah.
You're all getting houses!
You get some land, and you get some land, and you get some land.
Fantastic!
Elizabeth thinks it's so quiet at Trenwith without Master G.
Or maybe not.
Elizabeth is worried that Valentine isn't getting any better.
So she calls for Dr. Eye Candy. Morwena's putting on her ode to Mordrake.
To get rid of that witless stank.
Ah.
Hide your toe, girlfriend.
Toebreath tries to smack her upside the head when she refuses.
She can't go toe-to-toe with him.
He's got a toe up on her.
Gives me toe pain.
Totally gross.
The cream of Cornwall has shown up to Dr. and Mrs. Eye Candy's wedding reception.
And the big old love fest of Ross continues.
Everybody is toasting the reluctant hero of Quimper.
Everybody but Wormleggin.
Apparently wearing his invisibility cloak.
And standing 2 feet away from them.
George overhears Dr. Ennis and Sir Francis talking.
About needing an MP candidate of their own.
Nobody sees him.
It's magic. Demelza catches up with Morwena at the party.
Hey, Morwena, you look pale. How you doing?
How the hell do you think I'm doing? I'm knocked up by the toe-sucking pig.
Well, how far along are you?
And do I know my mother never talked to me about things like this? He sucked on my toes, bada bing! I got a bun in the oven.
Does he at least treat you well?
He's a monster. He beats the crap out of me, and it's all your fault.
How do you make out that this is my fault?
Oh, I couldn't marry your brother. He was so beneath me.
Let me tell you, my brother is not a toe sucker.
And listen, not for nothing. If he wanted to suck on my toes, I'd let him do it, right?
Oh, now you want him to be a toe sucker.
Oh,
I don't like
listen
you
to
casting
you.
a spell
Queen
on
of
my
Cornwall,
brother.
right?
Maybe
Again.
he was about.
I've got to get your
Oh
nose in
my God! I
everybody's
think we should
business.
just shut
Who
your
are
trap.
you to tell me that I
Get the
couldn't
lady
marry
some
your
pickles and
brother?
ice cream. Flirt alert!
Mr. Hugh, not Richard, Armitage has got the hots for Demelza.
Wait, he knows that Ross broke his sorry ass out of prison, right?
What they thinking? Wormleggin thinks he needs to up his ass-kissing game.
And now another episode of As the Worm Turns.
Elizabeth. George. I'm in despair. I've done everything I know to worm my way into society. What do I have to do to get those men to notice me?
I don't know, grow black curls, scar under your left eye,
I've tried everything.
better in bed.
Complimented them, given them gifts, invitations.
Maybe you're trying too hard.
I've walked their dogs, washed their carriages, tossed their salads.
Perhaps you should just be yourself.
That's an excellent idea. I'll listen at doorways, I'll scheme, I'll plot, I'll flame innocent people and send them to the gallows. I'll starve the miners, I'll take more boxing lessons, I'll buy new church heels. So much evil.
Tune in next time to As the Worm Turns.
After share another quickie with Witless.
Is there any other kind?
Rowena lays there crying in bed.
I love Drake cakes. I love Drake cakes. I love Drake cakes.
All God's children love Drake cakes.
In a happier bed across town.
The most stunning couple in Cornwall make like it's their wedding.
Ooh, role play at the Love Shack.
Demelza asked Ross if he noticed a Florida alert coming from Mr. Burberry.
And he says, get over it, honey. Not everybody's falling all over themselves for you.
oh, snap.
Drake Cakes has found a new trade. He's a smithy.
But Sam the preacher man is still worried about his soul.
Ooh, and then Emma T comes bouncing in, and his little preaching heart goes thump, thump.
Oh, boyfriend is gonna fall hard for this heathen woman.
Praise the Lord.
Looks like Sammy just discovered girls. Baby Valentine appears to be getting better every day.
And looking more and more like Ross.
Demelza Downer tells Ross that Baby V has rickets and gonna end up lame.
But he feigns indifference, and she gets annoyed.
Ross, not bothered.
Not bothered.
Not bothered.
Not bothered. New little piggies arrive in the shape of Morwenna's sister. She's come to help out.
Morwenna tells Rowella that she only married the Toad to save Drake Cakes. Hide your piggies, girlfriend. Drake has taken up jewelry making.
And Sam the preacher man is happy that he's making Virgin Mary pendants.
It looks more like Morwenna to me.
She's not a virgin. Sir Francis invites Ross and Demelza to Tahiti for dinner.
Tahiti, get out the pineapple.
Not Tahiti, Tahiti.
What? There's also another surprise on the guest list.
Flirт alert, it's Hugh, not Richard Armitage.
He wastes no time in making a beeline for Demelza. Wormleggin crashes that party.
Sir Francis has no time for him, but he still won't leave. Sir Francis has an exciting game plan for his guests.
And now it's time for Cornwall's fastest growing game, Bowling for Crowns.
So you've been away at sea.
Yes, I'm still there, pinned.
Spare me.
Am I striking out?
You're in the gutter.
You know, I'm not one for bowling. Care to see my sketches? Hugh, not Richard Armitage, shows Demelza his sketches.
Hey, it's not as good as Leonardo, but you are my Mona Lisa.
He calls her Mona Lisa. Sir Francis asks Ross to be his candidate.
Wormy, wrapped in his cloak of invisibility, overhears this, has a hissy fit, and leaves.
And Ross says, hell to the no, I ain't nobody's puppet.
Rowella slips off her shoe at the dinner table.
And says the magic word, toes.
Something arises in Witless, and he has to excuse himself.
Have you seen the little piggies playing in the yard?
Wormleggin finds the Poldark family Bible that proves Aunt Aggie ain't gonna be 100.
She's only going to be 98, and therefore he says no to her bash.
But poor Aunt Aggie begs him.
Please let me have my party, Georgie.
And his evil answer sucks the life out of her. But Aunt Aggie gets the last word.
You will rot in hell for doing this to me. Valentine was no 8-month baby. He was practically walking when he came out. Did you jump the gun, Georgie? Or did somebody get there first?
Wormleggin is seething. His head's gonna explode.
This sends Aunt Aggie to death's door.
And Elizabeth goes to Aunt Agatha.
Wake up, Aggie, I think I've got something to say to you. George is strange, what did you say to that fool?
Georgie thinks he's the boss.
You didn't tell him Valentine's was Ross. Oh, Aggie,
I couldn't have lied anymore.
you made a first-class fool out of me.
George was blind as a fool can be. He stole my house, and I hope he rots in hell.
Sam the preacher man welcomes his congregation to church.
And he's happy that Drake Cake's thoughts are pure again.
Drake says, well, they're not.
Looking at Emma T, he says, brother, neither are mine. Neither are mine.
Take me to church.
Ooh, hallelujah. Prudy delivers the bad news to Ross.
That Aunt Aggie has died.
With no Poldark kin by her side.
At the beach, Demelza tells Ross, there's more news.
Sir Francis has made Wormleggin the candidate.
Demelza wants to smack Ross upside the head.
He could have prevented this.
But Ross says, if you wanted a puppet, you married the wrong man.
Demelza says, maybe I did.
Maybe you should get a pet.
Maybe I will. Ooh, snap.
Maybe somebody who writes poetry.
And wears Burberry.
And his name isn't Richard.
Wormleggin's henchmen just throw Aunt Aggie's coffin on the ground.
No funeral service, no guests paying their respects, no song.
And Ross tells Tholly, Wormleggin's gonna pay.
Hand me that shovel and bring out the toads.
I'm ready. Let's do this.
Oh,
Oh, so let's talk about the show.
Oh, sad. This was sad.
Oh my God, but Carolyn Blakiston, what a brilliant scene for her. Did you just see the emotion in her face?
Oh, I was weepy I was watching this because you just felt for her and how helpless she was in that last
you see
moment.
the vulnerability in her all of a sudden.
Let me just give you a little behind the scenes here. The day she shot that scene, we were there doing our interviews in Bristol.
Yes.
She didn't even change her costume. She's like, just bring him in. Goes around, gives us this incredible interview, never drops a hint that she's going to die.
Shooting this scene, this amazing
and,
scene.
other actors, they're emotional, they can't do an interview. She's like, I just died, bring him in.
Oh my God, so listen, we
Bless
actually
her.
conducted the interview in the room that you see Aunt Agatha die in her room
no
by the
idea.
fireplace. Are we going to celebrate Aunt Agatha's 100th birthday?
I'm not telling you anything because everything is secret in this building.
Well, what we did here, and we won't be giving anything away by saying this, someone told us that the couple to watch in season 3 is George Warlegan and Aunt Agatha, because I hear you have some very good banter and some good moments.
Do you love to spar with George?
Listen, George and I are the best enemies you could possibly have in this story. We've had a terrific scene this morning between us. We were like this, and it was a scene that could make us both, end us both, because it was so violent, without physical, but just mental games and stuff like that.
So much more to talk about with the toe-sucking wonder that is Reverend Witless. We have received so many comments, so many emails, and so many tweets about this toe-sucking scene. And I had to send Damien over at Mammoth an email and just said, okay, you need to give us a little... D, we're like this. I just said, you got to give us a little background on the audition process for this part. Did you audition several actresses? Did they have to show their manicured, pedicured toes? Damien came back, well, actually, it was Rupesh. Rupesh, another producer on the show, came back and said they picked an actress out of the essays from that day.
The extras.
She had no idea that she was going to do it and just plucked her into the scene. She met Christian Brasington that day, and off they went. So anyway, it's the talk all over the internet.
Her feet have
is
an
the
agent
scene.
now, and Marilyn Scher.
And her name is, actually her name is Daisy, and she's following us now on
Bless
Twitter.
her.
So bless you, darling. But listen, I think you got a little bit of fame out of this, and work it, honey, work it, sister.
Maybe you're going to show up on Whole Row again.
Okay, let's talk about Hugh Not Richard Armitage. And I'm saying that only because Daily Express did an article where they're talking about the whole Armitage and Demelza thing, and they're calling him Richard. They called him Richard Armitage for the whole article.
Because
and when you think Armitage, you think Richard.
We were debating on a nickname for this guy, and then it just happened. So
not
his name,
Richard
not
Armitage.
Richard.
He's not Richard Armitage. So what is the deal, Hugh Armitage? I mean, hitting on the wife of the man who rescued you. So we shall see. So much to look forward to.
I know. Every episode this season, you're just really, really jumping to get to the next one.
And now it's time for comments and tweets.
Comments and tweets. Thank you so much. These mean so much to us. You have no idea. Oh, yeah.
I love this story. It was from Susan Mall. Hi, ladies. I found out about you at the beginning of the season. The dish is so much fun. I watched all of them now. I am such a huge Poldark fan. I couldn't wait till October to see them air. So Saturday night, I fly from Pennsylvania to London. I watch Poldark on Sunday, then I watch the PoldarkDish, and then I fly home on Monday morning. It helps that I'm a pilot. All in a day's work. 2 weeks ago, I was first to see your show after episode 3. Thanks for the added enjoyment to this fantastic story. She's a pilot!
Can you imagine being able to get your television schedule around your work schedule like that?
That's amazing. And so, of course, we told Damien and all our friends over at Mammoth, and they tweeted, this is our favorite Poldark thing ever, because she is crossing the pond to see Poldark and PoldarkDish.
We've joked like that we have to go over to watch TV, and she does that.
She's amazing. Does that because she can. But how cool is that? She's actually fit her schedule so that she can fly across the pond to see Poldark. That's pretty cool. So, yay.
What's next?
Okay. Oh, Beatty tweeted us.
What's not to love about the Cornwall Cougars, though? They are so fab, but you are one of us.
We love you.
Are a
and
cougar.
You're a Cornwall Cougar now, too, Beatty.
Don't forget to click on Beatty's interview and her tour backstage at Poldark. She's wonderful.
Oh, this is a fun one from Poldark Fandom, at Poldark Fandom. Popsicle toes, are you trying to kill me? Glad to know where I can find a foot agent. Hashtag Poldark. We got a lot of comments about Marilyn Shear, the foot agent.
Yeah, the other thing that got a lot of comments was Kermit.
Yes, everybody loved her.
Carolyn Mueller loved it so much, my favorite one, and Kermit was great.
Yay.
Yeah, well, we have to thank our
producer, cameraman, director, editor, Paul Boland. He's the voice of Kermit because during the day, his day job is actually he's a singer impressionist, and he does Kermit in his show. Okay, Debbie McCrory. Debbie is actually a BBC presenter on BBC Radio, and she said,
"You guys are fab.
We love you too.
Thank you.
Thank you so much." Okay.
Catherine Kramer says, "I will never be able to unsee Reverend Creepworth sucking toes."
Creepworth, I like that.
Yeah.
My favorite this week was Marilyn Shear, foot agent. Keep up the great work, guys. Now it's time for giveaways! Yay!
Yay! I think we outgrew the hat.
We outgrew the hat, so we've got everything in a basket now. We've got all the comments and tweets in here. Yay! Thank you, guys. We love you. We really do love you and all the comments that you make. So what are we giving away this week, Paul? Okay, don't laugh, everybody. But look, Aidan Turner signed a lot of stuff for us back in December when we weren't shooting the show, including this calendar. So yes, it's a 2017 calendar, and yes, the year is more than half over, but I am sure that you won't mind receiving an autographed calendar by Aidan Turner. Okay, ready?
Ready, set,
to
go.
draw.
Ready?
Okay, everybody, good luck.
Okay.
Good luck, good luck. Go, go.
This one.
Yay.
Flower. Judith, 27.
What is it?
It's Judith 27 12 86 02.
Oh, okay.
Another fab episode, ladies. I think Debbie H must be writing some of this stuff with the Cornwall Cougars in mind. Hilarious.
Oh my God.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Flower. We will tweet you and make sure that you know that you have won the calendar. It will be going home with you. Congratulations. That's all we have time for this week. Thank you once again for watching. Don't forget to follow us on all our social media, including on Twitter at PoldarkDish and at Anglophile TV.
Also, please follow us on Facebook and subscribe to us on YouTube.
Yes. Thank you once again, everyone. My name is Marlise.
I'm Elyse.
And we're the
Poldark Dish.
Rawr.